So imagine looking a world through this little hole. You cannot see much, is it? Maybe you change your angle and you still don't see much. You don't see actually anything. You can imagine a lot, but the only thing for you to do is to expand this hole that you're looking through. So stop looking through the keyhole on the world and the events and the people around you. Stop looking through the keyhole on God, or prime creator of us all. I'm not saying that it's only your fault, but it's kind of your responsibility to extend your views of the world a bit more than what religion gave you, what government gave you, what bankers gave you, and so on. Subject for today, or little chat called with a title like this: no other person can contribute to one's delinquency. I'm not calling you delinquent, but I'm implying that for whatever is happening to you, it's absolutely responsibility of who? God. God wishes you to suffer. God wants you to get ill. God wants you to live in poverty, right? Not really. Yes, if you're looking through this little hole, look. This one you can barely see who's talking to you. But if you expand and see that it's not only me talking, it's actually you are trying to figure out what has been done to you with your own consent. How many ill deeds you still have to do until to learn that it is not what you're here for. You're not here to learn any more lessons how you can live without your legs, or how you can go into the war and sacrifice your life by killing many other lives, or whatever, like reaching an ascension by being the worst martyr of all. Not really. So when some of these truly fake religions, Christianity, Muslimanity, Judaism, they're all fake, because they're forcing a human being into resentment of its own freedom, almost by being punished. If they think they can live freely, they come back to you with another set of rules, another set of God's commands, or whatever, the fake God's commands, that you will have to respond and respect, otherwise you'll be punished. It's a total crap. It's a bullshit beyond any comprehension. That why we get so much entangled in not actually reacting to this nonsense. For many years, for many centuries, for many millennia, we are so dumbed down and so brainwashed that we can only do what other gods are willing us to do. Take the blame for whatever they're intending to do to others. They are intending to do to planet Earth. They are intending to do to God. So whoever is calling a religious war as the only way that we have to resolve disagreement or whatever conflict that they kind of invent, these are the actual fake gods who are trying to disconnect you from a true God. It looks ludicrous that anybody who goes with weapons or with technological solutions to resolve a natural laws between two humans, to me it's a pure criminal. Like, it's a criminal act if you bringing a war into negotiation. For me, it's a criminal to bring any kind of oppression, is it financial, is it emotional, is it mental, on other human being, and asking them to respect what you decided for them how to act. It's absolutely criminal. Yet, I cannot call these things for you. It will be you to call these things for you. Meaning that whoever brings you into the situation where you have to go to war, where you have to, doesn't matter, abuse others, when you have to go and pray to the fake gods. In the meantime, one of these fake gods is money. Another of the fake gods is power. Another is jealousy. Another is competition, and so on. I'm not talking about just these fake gods through the religious means. There are many other religions that you practicing and you just ignoring it or pretending that you don't care much. You just have to have enough for you to do the things that you want to do. Not respecting what are you really here for. You're not here for a ride. You're not here from the day of your birth to the day of your death to enjoy and abuse and confuse yourself and everybody around. No, really. Not at all. Not in 100,000 years, this is not the case. So you have to finally take a stand and take responsibility for every single action of yours. Let's say, who to blame when you hurt somebody else? From whatever reasons and from whatever situation aspect where you're coming into this, you hurting other being. I'm not talking just physical one. You go, let's say you're wearing a police uniform or a military uniform and just go in and kill some, doesn't matter, whoever. Who's there to blame? Who's going to take karmic responsibility for a death of another human being? It will not be your general or the one who's directly commanding or running next to you, like you're a surgeon, and you're going to get there, you will free the oppressed Libyan people from who? Taking responsibility for doing wrongs is the most cherished task that you, me, everybody walking on this planet has to take it as the only priority. Many excuses has been done through I've been paid. I have to go to army because I have no other job to do. Really? Or doesn't matter, like massive wars when they were pulling left and right all the walking humans into the war. You have to go in the factory as a female and make guns or make weapons or make bullets. And if you are a male who can walk on two legs, you go, they slap you a gun in your hands. Otherwise, they call you deserter or they call you whatever. So, to me, you do not accept this any longer. That any of these warmongering techniques, they are just dying on this planet as we kind of progressing to the new planet, where wars will be absolutely forgotten. Because we would start depicting our behavior much differently. We'll actually look the situations around us through the peaceful eye. But we cannot look at it with a peaceful eye until we are not peaceful. So first step is to get peaceful within. No matter what is happening around. No matter who's pulling you left and right, go to this war, go to that war, abuse your children, abuse your partner, get more money, abuse your employees, you allow others to abuse you, and so on. All these little tricks has to be diminished, but it cannot be diminished from my perspective into your physical environment. It has to be diminished by you into your environment, as I did for myself, as many of us doing it or did it for our own well-being. One of the easy things is start recognizing that this old money or old controlling system is dying. Dollars, euros, fiat dollars are just disappearing. Yet what is the alternative? You say, but I don't have any place to earn. You do. Now you do. For the last 7, 8, 10 years, when Satoshi Nakamoto comes up with beautiful, brilliant Bitcoin, concept of freedom, financial freedom. Because only this financial freedom will give you a chance to get free emotionally and free mentally. So you will not react on any stupid comment that some Alex Joneses or Trumps or whoever, they want to pull you into anything. I'm not comparing Trump with Alex Jones, but I'm just saying these are the, let's say, extremes of what we're dealing now in the United States. And when you stop blaming Russians, Putin's, Kim Il-sung's from China or whoever, or Korean, North Korean, this little president, they don't matter in your environment, where you're taking responsibility for not being bribed again to do any harm to anybody else. Because you've been bribed from the day one that you've been born. Baby has been bribed with, okay, stop crying and we'll give you some food. So stop crying, we'll give you an extra hamburger. Stop crying and whining and we'll give you 10 hamburgers. So when you have an obese child, is it his fault? It's yours. It's absolutely yours. Because the intrinsic value of your existence is to have an honor towards yourself. So if your word is worth nothing, so you get the child like this, you get the spouse like this, she'll abuse you, he will beat you, you have an employer like this who will give you a gun and go and say, or take a remote joystick and just kill with the drones a couple of hundred people. No matter, it's just a game. But it's not just a game. It is much bigger than just a game. So manage to get out of this pay for kill lifestyle, or abuse and then be paid lifestyle. Get out of this old fiat financial system and fiat or fake emotional prison, because you have to choose to get out of this. So I'm suggesting again, Bitcoin is one of the good ways. One of the truly easy ways where you can detach yourself from any kind of employer, from any kind of fake governance that it was imposed on many Americans, Canadians, Europeans, and so on. And you realize that you don't go into your neighbor's backyard and tell him how to raise his crops or how to raise his children until you figure out that you don't have any place there. The only place that you have is in your neighborhood. In your living quarters. Just yours. You don't go in other country and tell them who they should vote for. And by the way, we're carrying an atomic gun, so you have to listen to us. Why? I mean, who are you to tell anybody else what to do? I mean, who am I to tell you how you to live? I can give you a suggestion. I'll give you, let's say, directions where you can get really bitcoins and you can get true freedom out of this financial slavery system. Yeah, I would not care. Are you going to do this or not? Because I'm not here to judge you. Are you going to continue like this? Or you'll just jump into a total freedom, financial freedom outside of the old financial fake system. So, to finish, delinquency you cannot pass to others by doing a blame game by saying that you've been told, you've been paid for. So now you don't have to be paid for anymore for any kind of delinquencies. But you can teach all these, let's say, warmongers and fearmongers and lackmongers how to get out of this lack and fear and war, simply by getting a Bitcoin financial freedom. So I suggest New Age Bank. Check on my links below and start enjoying life without even blaming yourself for what stupidity you've done before, because now you know that you get healed by yourself with your own effort, not with me, not with God, not with Trump or Saddam Hussein or whoever you want to call into this game. It is your own responsibility. Always was,